in Ames, Iowa, where the Cardinal and Gold gathering strength as they gear up to support their Iowa State Cyclones. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Cyclones will put total leather and we'll get started. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The run from the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. Now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Zings it complete to the right.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Spins away from the defense.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Running into the open space. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Yeah, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out. And the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor. Defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Buys a little time. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together. Be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Gets the back moving. Throws it back. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. The play action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's picked off, and that's number 10. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Got a man, it's Jackson. Snowed under by the defense.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
And the Cyclones line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's in goal. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Knight. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Cyclones! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers thrown all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today. And any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to LSU. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down. The ball squirts free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Iowa State. The defense putting points on the board.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Looking for a push on 4th down. Across the 45. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the...
There he goes. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The Cougars want to move quickly. Got it back on 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to pound their way in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The Cougars looking to convert on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, BYU.
No turning back now. It's 4th and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar!
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The Cyclones can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Spins away from the defender. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cyclones! Great job by the back on the option.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball in the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
And the extra point is good. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He turns it loose to the left. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Fires to the big fella. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Quarterback adapting. Going to try to get it himself. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. It's a draw. Turning it on. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And they're able to force. Out of bounds after a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The give to the tailback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They feed him again. Gets it past the marker. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Here's the handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's complete on the right side.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. And the Cyclones decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws it back. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Back to pass, it's Tollefson. Using his feet to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Hand off from the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Might be looking to run. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? Finds the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. It'll be 3rd and long. Power football with the run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. BYU trying to convert on 4th down. Sends it back in motion. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Iowa State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Still running at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. BYU has this offense clicking. They'll try the run. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Up-tempo for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a man, it's Tollefson. Quick strike complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Wants to pass. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
I know that goes down as a completion, but hear me out. Defenses want hits on the quarterback. They want to make him feel uncomfortable. They want him to start seeing some of those ghosts later on. There's one.
Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Cyclones moving quickly to the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, though.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The inside handoff. Across the 35. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though. to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 4th down, going to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Right on the money. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Cyclones have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This quarterback part of their running game. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get